Greetings gastronauts, this is Keith Cooks. I'm Keith, and today I'm going to show you how to make something very, very simple, very tasty, very vegetarian actually, carrot and coriander soup. I remember the first time I had carrot and coriander soup way back in the 80s. A friend of ours had invited us to a dinner and she was doing carrot and coriander soup. And I thought, what's coriander? Well, now I know, it's probably my favourite herb, although there are people who are genetically programmed to perceive it as tasting of soap, which isn't good. Anyway, carrot and coriander soup, really easy, really tasty, let's do it. So before we can make the soup, we need to have some tasty vegetable stock, and that's quite easy to make, or you know, if you've got some stock cubes, then you can use those. So I'm going to make my own. I've got a medium onion, a couple of sticks of celery, 3 carrots, 2 bay leaves, and half a teaspoon of ground white pepper. You can also add things like leeks, maybe potatoes, maybe mushrooms. Don't add exotic things like tomatoes, peppers, aubergines, courgettes, zucchini, because those are just wrong. And also a couple of litres of water. So I'm just going to chop the veg into fairly big chunks. Throw them in the pan. Top and tail the onion, but leave the skin on. Apparently the skin gives it a bit of colour. And the carrots, again, just top and tail them. I don't normally peel carrots for this. I'll add the bay leaves and the pepper and bring that to the boil. Now, I'm using a pressure cooker, so once that comes up to pressure, I'm going to let it cook for about 20 minutes under pressure. If you don't have a pressure cooker, just use a regular saucepan, and you'll need to put the lid on and simmer it for about an hour. Okay, that's done. So what we need to do now is drain off the liquid into another pan. So now I've got the drained liquid, and I'm boiling it to reduce it down to about 1 litre, and I'm also going to add some of this, which is kombu. It's a dried Japanese seaweed that is packed with umami. You see those kind of white, that white powder? That's actually glutamic acid. Yum. Now we're almost reduced down to 1 litre, so I'll give that a taste. You know what that needs? That needs salt. Whoa! Don't ask me why it did that. I've never seen it do that before. Right, ingredients for the carrot and coriander soup. I've got ½ kilo of carrots, a good handful of fresh coriander, a large onion, 1 litre of vegetable stock, a couple of teaspoons of coriander seeds, which I'll grind into powder, and a knob of butter. So first thing to do is prep the carrots and the onion. So I need to top and tail the carrots and peel them. Some jobs in cooking are a bit tedious. This is one of them. Now we want to slice the carrots fairly small. Now we peel the onion and slice it and then chop it into small bits. Now I'm going to melt the knob of butter on low heat. Now I'll put the onions in and the carrots, and we'll just give those a good stir, get them all covered in butter, and we'll put a lid on it and just let that sweat for about 15 minutes. Right, now we need to just chop the coriander, cilantro very finely. Chop, 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 chop. I'm just going to grind up my coriander seeds. And now we can start building the soup. So we'll add the stock and the chopped coriander. Save a bit for decoration at the end, but put the rest in. And the ground coriander seeds. Give that a stir and bring it to the boil. And then we'll put the lid back on and we'll let that simmer for about 20 minutes till the carrots are really tender. Let's see if we can grab one of these bits of carrot. Squeeze it. That is cooked. That's nice and tender. So what we do now is slam this in the blender. Just whiz that till it's smooth. And now it goes back in the pan, and we'll heat it gently and fiddle about with the seasoning. Okay, let's have a taste. Oh, that's nice. A tad more salt, I think. Perfect. Now, some people might add cream to this. I don't think it needs it. So that's it. Carrot and coriander soup. Here we are. Carrot and coriander soup with some fresh coriander sprinkled on top to make it look pretty. And here we go. Oh yeah, if you like carrots and coriander, this is a soup for you. Wonderful. And that's that. Hope you enjoyed it. Now please share it with all your friends on social media. Subscribe to this channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and don't forget the amazing website that has all the details of all the recipes. And thank you for watching. Come back soon.